What is up, people, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be exploring the new championship seasons that are on the F1 2017 game. But before we get into today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We want to try and get 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you guys can help me do that, that'll be absolutely incredible. But we're going to be kicking off episode 1 with the classic championship season. We could do the 2017 Formula 1 World Championship, but we're kind of doing that anyway in the career mode, so there's no point doing that one. But I'm very interested to see what we can do in this classic championship season. So it's a season of classic circuits in classic cars. Each round has a qualifying session and one race. Classic points mean that you have to finish in the top 6 to score, so that is quite interesting. And the circuit list is Australia, Brazil, Malaysia, Spain, Monaco, Canada, Austria, Britain, Hungary, Belgium, Italy, and Japan. And the information is just the usual. It's just, you know, usual season sort of rounds. It's just practice, qualifying, race, and it's classic points. So we're going to jump into that one. We are going to be driving around in... Do we go for more... We're going to go for the older type classic cars. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go for these type of classic cars. And I am going to be driving about in... I feel like the 1996 Williams. I don't want to go for the ones that are going to be in the top half. I want to be sort of a midfield team. So I feel like the 1996 Williams is the car to go for. So I'm going to be driving around in this one for the Classic Car Championship. So the 1996 Williams. What we're going to be doing is one-shot qualifying, 25% races, formation lap can be off, 101 ultimate AI. I feel like it will be fine. Maybe actually let's pump that up to what we have it on career mode on 103. Anything else to talk about? Race settings. We will obviously have flashbacks on because I'm probably going to need them. I'm going to try not to use them, but I'm probably still going to need them. Safety car is going to be on. All of that is fine. Assist is fine. And we're going to have it as official for that one. So, without any further ado, let's get into round 1 of the Classic Championship.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly.
Here we go then. One-shot qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix in the 1996 Williams. Here we go, down in towards turn 1. Braking before the 100-meter board. Okay, we've overshot turn 1. Oh, no, this is not a good start. Not a good start at all. That is a terrible start to this championship. Okay, right. You definitely cannot take normal 2017 braking points in these old cars. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't like it. And you can't accelerate as easy out of corners. That's frustrating. We're going to be doing a last to question mark challenge then in the first episode. You can't even take that one flat out. Wow, okay, the difference between the classic cars to the 2017 cars is huge. Absolutely mental. We maybe should have practiced around some of these circuits beforehand, but nevertheless, we're just going to have to make do with what we've got at the moment. And just try and make our way through the field in the actual race. Unfortunately, it's going to be way down in 20th position on the grid. But without any further ado, we might as well just get straight into the race, because there's no point carrying on. There's no point, because we're not going to improve on 20th position. So, although we might do, we'll see what we can do. We'll just stay on board with this lap. We may be able to close in on the McLarens. Okay, looks like we're not going to be able to close in on the McLarens here today, unfortunately. So it is going to be starting the race from P20. A little bit frustrating, but let's see what we can do. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Not only are we starting right at the back of the field in P20, but I've also got heavy rain to deal with. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So it's going to go from heavy rain to stormy conditions to heavy rain once again, then to light rain at the end. So... I mean, with tyre strategy, you've only really got the two tyres of the dries and the wets back on these classic cars, so that's not really too much to worry about. Fuel, I'm just going to keep it in the middle. I'm not really too hopeful now about today's race, especially with the wet weather being with us for the whole entire race. It's not really going to change up the strategy too much. We may change because of tyre wear, but the tyre wear doesn't look too bad on these full wet tyres, so it should be okay. So without any further ado, let's get the race underway, and let's try not to crash out in the first race. So getting the rev limiter ready. We've got a 5 red lights for the Australian Grand Prix, and it is lights out and away we go. Try not to get too much wheel spin off the line. I don't want to bin it straight away as we go down in towards turn 1. I have the 288 McLarens ahead of me right now. I'm going to take it nice and cautiously down in towards turn 1. Bit of a lock up though. Try not to hit anybody at all. Get turned on a little bit there by Ferrari, but we have made 2 overtakes already in this race. Moving up into P18. Oh my god, the car fishtailing all over the place at the moment. As we go down into the next corner, want to be nice and easy on the brakes. Maybe got the inside of this Ferrari, which we might be able to get the job done. Come on, come on, come on. In towards turn 4, around the outside now of the 95 Ferrari, and we've got the job done. There we go, up into P17. So far not so good, but we do remember we need to get into the top 6 to score points today. So that is going to be the difficult task. We need to get in the top 6. This is atrocious though. This wet weather is awful on the classic cars. It's so much more difficult to drive. Of course, these guys have a lot less downforce than you have on the 2017 cars. So you have to brake earlier. You know, you can't accelerate too much because they do have a lot of power in the back of them. It is annoying, but I reckon I do feel like I am getting used to it very, very quickly. So that is good news, and hopefully we can catch up to the 2 McLarens ahead of me. Okay, maybe have a run on the McLaren now. By back tail of it, I didn't want to take too much speed down towards turn 1, especially in this wet weather. I don't really want to go side by side too much into corners, as it's really going to mess me up. It's going to mess up the other driver and really, really hurt our pace. I'm going to try and make a move around a few corners on the guy ahead of me, although he has got a bit of a gap, so maybe I'm going a little bit too cautious at the moment. But then I go and say that and I run it too wide down to turn 3, so I do need to sort this out at the moment. We have got quite a bit left to go in this race. There are going to be plenty of opportunities to get into the top 6, but we just need to make up some ground early on. The sweat in this race is unreal right now. I'm concentrating so much just to not make any mistakes. And why is it whenever I go and talk, I go and make mistakes? Maybe I just need to stop talking and really concentrate. It's really, really difficult to actually drive in the heavy rain in these classic cars. I did not expect this coming into these races. I knew I might have to deal with heavy rain at some point. I was hoping it wasn't going to be the first race, but the heavy rain is really something to deal with in this game. It is difficult. The back end likes to step out on you a lot. You have to brake very, very early into corners on these classic cars. I'm finding it a real, difficult time getting past this McLaren. Okay, the safety car's being deployed. Somebody's had a problem out on track. That might help me a little bit in today's race. I'm not really too sure what effect it is going to have on my race at all. It's only lap 3. So this race hasn't gone that quickly at all at the moment. We're going to put it down into lean mix, save some fuel for the time being. Going over the delta just a little bit there, but nobody deciding to come into pits. I'm not going to come into pits either. I mean, the tyre wear on these wet tyres is fine. We don't really have to worry about pit stops at all. So yeah, I think we should be, by the safety car restart, in exactly the same position. Probably about the same distance away from P16. So this isn't going to make any difference to our race, unfortunately. We can't really change our strategy at all, but I'll see you guys when the safety car is about to come in. Oh, the safety car's just barged that McLaren out of the way. Oh my god, the safety car just doesn't... It just surprises me all the time. It's happened in career mode so many times this season, where it just moves in front of a driver and it just full on wiped out that 91 McLaren. It was just, minding his own business, trying to get past the safety car, and then all of a sudden, boom! See you later, get knocked out of the park. Hopefully, that's put some damage on the car, and that will give me that position. Maybe he has to come back into the pits. I'm struggling under safety car conditions at the moment to keep the car on the track. This wet weather needs to go in. It needs to stop raining right now, please. Okay, the safety car is coming in this lap, and nobody is anywhere near those 2 leader cars, which I'm going to guess is most likely the 2 FW18Bs. I feel like those Williams are the quickest out of this era of cars. I'm nowhere near that McLaren at the moment, so I really need to step up my game to catch up to this guy. And, oh no, I've overshot this corner. No, that's not what I need. Hopefully we can catch up to the leaders once more, but I don't think that's going to happen. Look how far away we are. They're going to be getting underway in a moment for this race, and we're nowhere near any of the other drivers. Yep, the leaders have shot off now. So there is literally nothing that we could do. This safety car's probably made it worse. It might have helped out the other guys chasing down the FW14Bs, but realistically, it's not helped our race at all. It does mean that we could save some fuel though. So now we are going to put it into rich mix and maybe try and push on to catch up to the guys ahead of me, but I don't think that's going to happen. I do not think. I feel like 17th place at the moment is the best that we can hope for, because I'm really, really struggling in this full wet conditions. This car is impossible to drive right now. It is fishtailing all over the place. Even when I'm going flat out through, flat out sections, it just doesn't want to stay in a straight line. Williams, what are you doing, please? I just want to drive normally. Just stay with me, car. Let's just work together and stop fighting each other right now. It's really infuriating. Okay, we are right on the back now of these drivers. I think that's 91 McLarens ahead of me right now. So, definitely an opportunity to get up into 13th position in this race. I just need to start making my way through them and pick my spot. I'm not too sure whereabouts at the moment is the best place to go for the overtake on these guys, as I close in very much in towards that corner. So possibly under braking into the next couple. I just need to take it nice and cautiously. I can't. The back end, look at my car. The back end just steps out of me all the bloody time. I'm just trying to take it cautiously, and it just doesn't want to do that. So he runs straight into the back of the McLaren ahead of me. Come on, Williams, work together. We can do this. We can get up into at least 13th position if you stop fighting me. Stop it. Oh, my God. I'm going to go straight into the back of them every single corner right now because we're just so much quicker. We are so much quicker than these guys. We can do this. Come on. Right, I'm going to go up the inside. I've had enough of waiting. I'm going up the inside of this guy. We're getting the job done. Come on. No, we're not. He's much better around the outside there. Much better with the traction. Just look at my car. Oh, my God. I'm literally like full lock every single corner to get round these guys. And to get round my bloody steering. Come on, around the outside. He's going to have the traction again, isn't he? I'm just going to ease off. Oh, why are you going so slow through the corner? Jesus Christ, mate. Hurry up. Oh, we finally got the job done on him. We're up into P16. And now we can maybe go and hunt down the guy ahead of us in P15. Can we do that? Oh, my God. Look at that. Full lock all the time through turn 1 and turn 2. Please, car. Can we just not fight each other? I'm in a straight line. Why is it weaving all over the place right now? Ah! Alright, here we go. I'm going to go up the inside now of this corner on this driver. Come on, up the inside. Can we get the job done? Hug the apex. He's on my left-hand side. I'm giving him room. He's giving me room. And there we go. Job done. Right, car. Don't step out of me. Don't step out of me. Ah, just a little bit at the end. But we get the job done. We're up into P15. Now hunting down the driver in P14. I feel like we're getting a lot better now in this race. We're over the halfway stage at the moment. But we still have a lot to do. Got a lot to do. Got to try and get past this guy. Oh, my God. Don't step out of me like that as we go up the inside. Under braking. Get the car turned in. Lovely overtake. We were fighting the car. Trying to save it. And making an overtake at the same time. I will take that. Can we just go in a straight line? Why is it always stepping out of me? Come on. Right, now we got to try catch up to the guy in 13th place. I believe that is another 1991 McLaren, so we should be able to get the job done on him. Oh my God. Oh my God. What was that? What was that? We weren't even braking at that point. Why did you step out like that? Don't do that again. Don't you dare do that again. Okay, then 3 laps left to go in this Australian Grand Prix. At the moment, we've got Neves ahead of us. He's in P13. We are catching him up by about a second a lap at the moment. So we should be right on his tail come the end of the race. But we just need to keep it clean, keep it on the black stuff, try not to make too many mistakes. And, yeah, just try and get past him by the end of the race. If we can get P13, it will not be too bad. I mean, it's not really been the best of first races in this championship season. But P13... after really struggling with this car at the start of the race, we have started to get a little bit more confident with it. We know whereabouts the brakes. There's a yellow flag. I think that might be Neves, actually. Yes, it is. Neves is actually out of the race, so we don't have to worry about overtaking Neves. He is actually out of the race. So it looks like P13 is where we are going to be finishing up. So Neves, unfortunately for him, out of today's race, and we're just going to get this car home now. Santiago Moreno is the race winner here today. Not too sure actually which car he was driving in. I can't remember whether it was a 1992 Williams or the 1998 McLaren. Of course, those two cars are the cars that are going to be quickest in this season. I feel like the McLaren will have the better of the Williams at circuits which are more straight line speed, whereas the Williams will be better at circuits with a lot more corners. The Williams is very good with downforce and through the corners, whereas the McLaren is very quick in a straight line. So I feel like that's probably a 1992 FW18B that's won today's race. We're going to be coming home in P13 unless anything major happens in these final last stages of the race. It's not really been the best of races from myself. Struggled quite a bit with the car. especially in the wet weather. It took me a little bit as well to get used to the car in one-shot qualifying. Of course, completely forgetting that you've got to brake a whole lot earlier in towards the braking zones to get the car turned in. So that was a little bit unfortunate. But through the final couple of corners now, just getting the car home. P13 is no points here today. And of course, you have to be in the top 6 to score points in this season. So it's going to be 0 points scored here today. But hopefully, we can get some points in the next couple of rounds. We come around the final corner now, down towards the line. Weave the wheel in frustration today. Not celebration, but in frustration. And unfortunately, it is only going to be P13. No points on the board today, but still not too bad for a first race. So there we go then. It was in fact the 1998 McLaren MP4-13 which won today's race. With Howard Clark in second place in the same car. Then you have the 1992 Williams in third, fourth and fifth. The 96 Williams car, just like mine, finished in 6th, 7th and 9th, and then in 13th with myself. So you do actually have, I believe, 4 of each car, or at least 4 of most of the cars at the moment in this season. I'm not really seeing too many stand out. I think there's only 2 1988 McLarens, and then there's 4 of each of the other cars at the moment. That's what I'm seeing out on track. But unfortunate that we didn't get any points here today, but Moreno is leading the championship after the first rounds. We have a look at the standings after the first round of the championship. It is, of course, Moreno leading the way, Howard Clark in second, then we have Lorisen in third, Murray in fourth. I'm not even going to bother saying that name because I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. But we are unfortunately way down in 13th place. But we've got some good races coming up, so hopefully we can get some good points in the coming races. And hopefully it's not going to be raining as well, because that really did knock my confidence here today. It was a little bit of a struggle getting the car around the corners, and I just felt like I was fighting this car all the damn time, which was really, really annoying. So fingers crossed it is going to be a dry race in the next one. But that is it for today's first episode of this Classic Championship. We are going to be doing this series daily, so don't forget to check back tomorrow for episode 2. But if you have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to smash like on the video, subscribe to this channel for, of course, daily F1 content, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. And I'll see you next time for round 2 of the Classic Championship. But until then, it's goodbye from me.